Your brain glitches every single day, and you don't even notice it. Number 1. Phantom vibrations. You're sitting there, minding your own business, probably losing at Wordle or doom scrolling your ex's vacation photos, when suddenly, buzz, you feel your phone vibrate in your pocket. You check it. Nothing. No text, no notification. No reason for your thigh to randomly cosplay as an iPhone. This is what's known as phantom vibration syndrome. And yes, it's real. Your body is so attached to the idea of digital communication that it starts inventing it.
Your nervous system, bored and slightly neurotic, is now sending false alarms just to keep things interesting. Scientists think it has something to do with your brain trying to predict patterns. You're so used to feeling that buzz that your nerves go, "Hey, it's been 12 minutes, shouldn't we have some dopamine by now?" And then buzz. Except, no buzz. Just your confused face staring into the void of rejection from your own pants. It's not technically harmful unless you count existential dread as a side effect, but it's basically a sign that your brain has fused with your phone like some kind of awkward cyborg. Congrats, you're becoming a human notification. Number 2, exploding head syndrome. No, your head doesn't literally explode, but that doesn't make it less terrifying. Imagine falling asleep peacefully only to be jolted awake by a deafening explosion inside your own skull, like someone set off a grenade in your brain just for fun. That's exploding head syndrome, and despite sounding like a bad 80s horror flick, it's an actual sleep disorder. People hear loud crashes, bangs, or even gunshot noises that aren't real. The brain just decides to spice up your transition into dreamland with a sonic jump scare, the best part. We don't really know why it happens. Some researchers think it's a misfire in your brain's auditory neurons as it shuts down for the night. Others say it might be linked to anxiety, stress, or sleep deprivation, aka the 3 horsemen of adulthood. So yes, your brain has the power to simulate a bomb going off in your head for no reason and then just go LOL NVM. Thanks, brain. Very cool. Saba. Number 3, hypnic jerks. You're drifting off to sleep finally, your body relaxes, your mind goes quiet, and then wham, your leg spasms like it's been electrocuted and you feel like you just fell off a cliff. Welcome to the chaotic world of hypnic jerks. These are sudden, involuntary muscle spasms that usually happen right as you're falling asleep. They're like your body's way of double-checking. Are we sure we're not dying right now? Scientists believe it's a leftover glitch from our tree-dwelling ancestors. Back then, falling asleep too hard might have meant falling out of a tree and dying, so your body learned to freak out right before full relaxation. Now, you're in a Tempur-Pedic bed in a climate-controlled room with a weighted blanket, and your body's still doing death drills from the Stone Age. Evolution is nothing if not paranoid. Sad as a deed. Number 4, tearing up while you puke. You're hunched over the toilet, your stomach staging a revolt, and suddenly your eyes start crying like you just watched the end of Marley and Me. No, you're not emotionally devastated by your own digestive system, although fair. That's just another weirdly connected body feature you didn't ask for. When you vomit, your body activates a whole network of nerves that all light up at once, including the ones connected to your lacrimal glands, aka your tear factories. So now you're multitasking, ejecting the contents of your stomach and expressing emotion like a Hallmark movie protagonist. But wait, it gets grosser. Some scientists think it's not just nerves, it could be pressure. Like the internal chaos of hurling so hard you squeeze tears out of your face. Beautiful. So yes, crying while vomiting isn't you being extra dramatic. It's just your body going full leak mode from every available exit. Number 5. Your brain forgets why you entered the room. You walk into a room with purpose. You were just about to do something important, and then blank. Total mental wipe. You're standing in the doorway like a confused Sims character, wondering what your quest was. This bizarre little moment is called the doorway effect. And yes, walking through a doorway can literally erase your short-term memory. It's not your fault you're not losing your mind yet, it's how your brain organizes events. According to psychologists, walking through a doorway is seen by your brain as a kind of event boundary. Your mind files away the old context and starts prepping for the new one, like switching browser tabs. Only problem is the old tab had your mission and now it's gone. So if you've ever wandered around your house holding a spoon, a charger, or your keys like you're trying to trigger a memory side quest, congrats, you've experienced your brain's built-in scene cut. Number 6, that falling feeling before sleep. No, this isn't the same as hypnic jerks. This one's more psychological, like your mind tricks you into thinking you're plummeting into an abyss just as you're about to drift off. That sensation of falling out of nowhere is theorized to be your vestibular system misfiring. It controls balance and spatial orientation, and sometimes when your muscles start relaxing during sleep, your brain misinterprets it as free falling. So what does it do? Panic. Instant adrenaline heart spike, mini heart attack. Sweet dreams. Bonus theory, some scientists believe this is another evolutionary leftover your brain's paranoid defense mechanism against falling out of trees again, because 100,000 years ago, sleeping wrong, death. Number 7, you have a second brain in your gut. It's called the enteric nervous system, and it's made up of over 100 million neurons lining your gastrointestinal tract. That's more neurons than a cat's brain all crammed into your intestines. This gut brain doesn't just handle digestion, it talks to your real brain through the vagus nerve sending chemical and electrical messages. Ever had a gut feeling? That's not just poetic language, that's literal biochemistry. And get this, most of your serotonin, the chemical linked to happiness and mood, is produced in your gut, not your brain, which means your emotional state is to some degree managed by your bowels. So yeah, your gut is basically steering the ship and your brain is just along for the ride, sipping coffee and thinking it's in charge. Number 8, you shed enough skin to fill a sleeping bag every year. It sounds like an urban legend, but it's horrifyingly true. Your body sheds about 8 to 10 pounds of skin per year. That's roughly a full-size pillow's worth of dead skin cells quietly flaking off in your bed, your clothes, and into the air you breathe. Most of it doesn't just vanish either. It becomes food for dust mites, those microscopic gremlins living in your mattress right now. Your skin keeps them fed. It's a whole invisible ecosystem. You're a walking buffet for tiny organisms you'll never see, but they're definitely there. Every time you vacuum, you're basically doing corpse cleanup for the microscopic jungle inside your own home. Sleep tight. Number 9, you can smell fear. Literally turns out emotions can be contagious through scent. Studies have shown that human sweat actually changes chemically based on your emotions. Fear, sweat, totally different makeup than workout sweat. And your brain knows it. Researchers put people in MRI scanners and had them smell sweat samples from people who had just been terrified. Guess what happened? Their amygdala, the fear center of the brain, lit up. Even if they didn't consciously recognize the smell, their body still reacted. So next time you get a weird vibe from someone in a crowded room, it might just be your primal lizard brain sniffing out someone else's panic like a creep. Number 10, your bones are constantly dissolving and rebuilding themselves. You might think your skeleton is like concrete, static, solid and permanent. Nope. Your bones are in a constant state of destruction and regeneration, breaking down old tissue and building new bone every single day. In fact, your entire skeleton replaces itself about once every 10 years. So that arm you broke in high school, it's been completely rebuilt. You're like a weird meat and calcium version of the ship of Theseus. And yes, that means you're never technically the same person twice, which is either incredibly cool or an identity crisis waiting to happen.